Welcome back to Fall Days 3 through 5 of the Stardew Valley Min-Max and 100% Perfection Guide. Last time, we planted 960 pumpkins on the field, which will be ready for harvest on Fall Day 9. We also made a new small field for every other fall seed type, so we can have a stock of all the other fall crops for whatever reason. I cover many of the reasons and situations where we would use each of the crops in the previous video, so if you missed that or want to revisit that, I'll leave a link to the video. Let's go ahead and get started with Fall Day 3, a windy and very bad luck day. After taking care of the usual farm chores, we head out to town. Today, and also on Day 5, we're going to do a bit of fishing to try and catch the fall exclusive fish. We're going to start with the anglerfish, which is probably the easiest of the legendary fish to catch. The angler can be caught at fishing level 3 and above, and can be found at the top of the town river where I am now, and there is a 20% chance of hooking it. Looks like we did get lucky and already got the hook, and as you can see, it's not too hard to catch. Especially at fishing level 10, shouldn't be too much of a problem, and we even got a treasure chest with it. We're gonna head down to the bridge by the museum now and continue fishing. We still want to catch the tiger trout, and while fishing also, I'll give out some gifts to some passerbys, since I do want to start leveling up friendship more with the NPCs, and it's definitely best when they just come to us rather than hunting them down. It saves us a lot of time. We gave Penny a melon on her way to the museum, and we're also gonna quick check the special orders board, and it looked like we were stuck between two not so great quests. Both will award us with a mini shipping bin, but Pierre's quest is a lot easier for us than Lewis's and will give us a better money return. With Lewis, we had to grow and ship 100 yams, which I definitely am not interested in doing, but however, with Pierre's, we just have to get 25 gold star vegetables, which can be any vegetables, including wheat, which is our cheapest vegetable. And we're already growing a bunch of beets, which we will harvest, and we'll definitely get 25 gold stars of those. So we can count those. We can turn in 25 wheat for our cheapest vegetable, and we have tons of it, so it's no problem. And so this quest is by far the easiest. We'll get 2500 G no matter what vegetable we turn in. So although still not great with the mini shipping bin as the reward, Pierre's is still the best choice for us right now, and hopefully next week we'll end up getting some better special orders quests. After catching the tiger trout, we head over to Clint's, and now we're going to open some geodes. So we have a bunch of geodes to open, so we might as well open them, get a little bit of extra money, start finishing up the museum. And once my inventory is full like it is now, we're going to go ahead and drop off what we can at the museum. Although we don't have too many things to drop off, we do clear a little bit of more space on our inventory, and then we'll head back inside Clint's and go ahead and open the rest of the geodes that we can. But as you can see, our inventory filled up again. We'll go ahead and sell some of those random things, open the rest of our geodes that we can, sell some more, and then we'll buy some coal with that extra money, since we are in need of coal and we can't spend all of our time farming dust sprites in the mines, although we probably will be doing that a little bit later today when we have free time, but still, we need lots of coal and we can't just use all of our time farming dust sprites for it. We're back at the farm. We're going to organize our inventory, and we're going to grab some things that we want for the community center. We have all we need for the fall foraging bundle, so we can go ahead and complete that now. We did get a duck feather for the first time, so we can drop that off at the dye bundle. The duck egg we can drop off at the animal bundle, and same with the wool for that. Before we head on over there, I would like to take a quick trip to the secret woods. We're still working on getting our foraging XP up. We're going steadily, but still pretty slowly, and while we're here, we might as well catch the woodskip now, so let's go ahead and do that. The woodskip is needed in the specialty fish bundle at the community center, and it can only be caught in this pond right here. It can be caught during any season. It's not too difficult to catch, and it looks like we got lucky and caught one on our first try. And now with that out of the way, we can make our way over to the community center. Of course, we gotta make sure we spicy eel and coffee up to get that speed boost. And we're gonna make our way over to the community center. We'll go ahead and pick up some blackberry forageables along the way. And we have arrived. So we're gonna start with the bulletin board bundle. We have the duck feather for the dye bundle. We're just waiting on a sunflower, which we will grow soon. For the chef's bundle, we'll get another maple syrup from a tapper soon, and the truffle from a pig soon, and we can cook the maki roll and egg whenever we want to now, since we have the kitchen from the house upgrade. For the enchanter's bundle, we'll be getting another oak resin pretty soon, and the wine we'll have to throw a fruit into a keg for, which we can get within a week, and the pomegranate and apple trees should grow pretty soon for those. And lastly, of course, in the field research bundle with the nautilus shell, we will be able to get from the traveling cart on fall day 21, and that's the day we'll be able to finish the whole community center. We'll be able to finish the pantry bundles on fall day 9 once we grow our pumpkins, which will unlock us the greenhouse the next day, so that'll be nice. We are now able to complete the fall foraging bundle, and back to talking about the greenhouse. Once we have that on day 10 of fall, we can plant some winter seeds to hopefully get a crocus and a snow yam to complete the winter foraging bundle. We can get some winter seeds from trading some spring seeds to the desert trader, which needs to be done on a Saturday. I do think in a previous video I mistakenly said that you get 10 winter seeds as a reward from the museum, but it turns out this is not the case. I was probably thinking about how you get a cauliflower, melon, and pumpkin seeds as rewards, so I apologize for that mistake and any confusion. However, on Saturday, day 13 of fall, we will be making a trade with the desert trader for the winter seeds we need. So this method is a little more complicated, but still not too difficult. The most important thing is that we have spring seeds to trade, so hopefully we have some spring forageables that we can craft into spring seeds, and thankfully we do. So usually at the end of some of our days we have been farming dust sprites until we pass out, but tonight is not the case. We do spend some time in the mines farming dust sprites, but we are mainly just killing some time until it gets very late and we are able to catch midnight carp. Midnight carp can be caught only in the fall and winter, and only between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., so they are a rather rare fish to catch since the time window is pretty small. We want the midnight carp, of course, since it's a new fish, but also because they are an ingredient in seafoam pudding, the best fishing food item in the game with a +4 fishing level buff. Thankfully, the spawn rate of them doesn't seem too bad, and they are pretty easy to catch, so we do end up getting a few of them. It looks like we do get about 3, and we're going to try to get any more. Nope, we can't. We pass out, and we're moving on to the next day, which is fall day 4. Let's go ahead and see what our luck is for today. Of course, we got to eat that spicy eel and coffee to get going. And I already know that it is a good luck day today, so we are going to be making a skull cavern dive today to utilize that good luck. Our pale ale has finished, so I'm going to place some wheat in the kegs just so we can have some beer as a new item in the game since we don't have that yet. And then after finishing all of the other farm chores, organizing inventory, we head to the desert. It is a Thursday, so I do pick up a magic rock candy. Probably won't use that today, probably going to wait for a super luck day. But we will have a pretty decent run here. I'm going to go ahead and make use of the napalm ring, of course, and switch back and forth between my iridium band and it. Once we get the luck ring, we'll have another ring to switch back and forth between, but obviously we don't have that yet. We are going to be going for that. We're going to, if we see any crates, we're going to smash those open to hopefully get one. But unfortunately, we're not going to get one today, and hopefully we'll get one soon. We did get a curiosity lure over there, so that's a special item, I guess. But still, not exactly what we're looking for. But of course, it's alright. We're just going to go on. And you can see we have arrived at an infested floor. So if the floor is this type of floor, where it's always the long corridor, then the infested floors actually have a staircase on the end, just like the floors normally would with the guaranteed ladder. So if you don't want to waste a staircase, you can go ahead and just walk across like I did there. Although I really should be making a bit better uses of staircases. I do have access to quite a bit of stone and jade, so I should be using staircases a little bit more generously than I currently am, but oh well. Looking back, I definitely could have made a better use of my time in Skull Cavern. Like, here's a great example right here. I am just wasting all this time going for that rock crab. So in Skull Cavern dives of your own, just focus on getting down, focus on getting a lot of iridium if that's your goal. If your goal is monster loot, then that's good too. If your goal is whatever else, it's fine. But if you are just focusing on getting money, then iridium is the best source of money in the Skull Cavern, as far as I'm aware right now. So I should be focusing a little bit more on that. Of course, we do want the lucky ring also, so I don't think it's a waste of time to go out of my way to smash barrels for that. But random enemies and stuff, probably not too worth my time. That's alright, we still do get a good amount of iridium ore. We got 235, so that's not bad at all. 3 prismatic shards, and a good amount of other loot. So we're still making some pretty decent Skull Cavern dives. We're now on to day 5 of fall, and it is a rainy day, so we will take advantage of this and catch some of the fish that couldn't only be caught during fall with rainy weather. For example, the walleye and also the eel, although the eel can be caught during the spring, but we didn't manage to do that, so we'll make sure to catch both the walleye and eel later. They can only be caught at night, so we do have to wait a little bit. And not only for the eel, but we'll want to come back to the ocean a bit later to catch the super cucumber, which can only be caught after 6 p.m. However, we are at the beach right now fishing because we want to get a sea cucumber and the tilapia. The tilapia can be caught between 6 a.m. and 2 p.m., so it is an earlier fish, and the sea cucumber is between 6 a.m. and 7 p.m. So we'll probably be back after 7 p.m. here to catch the eel and super cucumbers, so it's good that we do this now while we can. We do want both these fish and all the fish we're catching because we want to catch every fish in the game. But specifically for the tilapia, it is used in the ocean fish bundle, so it's good to get this a bit earlier so we can finish that sooner. And with the sea cucumber, it's good to get a few of those since they are a love gift by Willie, although we will be giving him pumpkins most likely since we'll have a lot more pumpkins than these. But the main reason for this sea cucumber is for Lucky Lunch, although I'm not too sure how much I'll utilize the Lucky Lunch. It is plus 3 luck, so maybe it could come in handy if I'm just at the mines, just going between elevator and going down, trying to get a bunch of ore nodes. But other than that, I don't think it would be too useful at Skull Cavern, since I do want the plus 1 speed from the spicy eel. I'd prefer that. And of course, the magic rock candy is even better because it's got the plus 5 luck and a plus 1 speed. But anyways, after we finish fishing, we head back to our farm, and we're going to harvest our beets. So this should fulfill that harvest 25 gold star crops quest. But the main thing now is we can continue with the Mr. Key quest. We can drop these beets off at Mariluce's fridge, which we only need 10 of to do that. So we can do that now, so that's cool, I guess. All it does is unlocks the club card for us so we can go to the casino, so not too much of a hurry, but we might as well do it. After replanting the crops, we're going to harvest our mushrooms. We're going to tend to all of our animals, make sure we level the French up with Thumb. We also had gotten our beers. The kegs had finished. The beers don't take too long, so we'll cycle some coffee through now. And we also have to manually feed our ducks and chickens since we don't have the Deluxe Coop yet, but we'll probably get that upgrade today from Robin. We're going to need to sell some iridium bars to Clint to afford that. But first, since it is Friday, we can check the little traveling cart there. Nothing good. We will go ahead and make a trip to the secret woods to chop the stumps for the foraging XP, and then we can head back up to the farm. Hopefully our iridium bars are done, and it looks like they are. We can cycle through these with iron now. We organized our inventory, grabbed whatever we need, and we're off. We're going to start with Clint's. He has the steel watering can ready for us, so we can pick that up. And we'll also go ahead and open some geodes real quick and sell those things to get some extra money. And we'll also sell our iridium bars. We want to be able to afford the Deluxe Coop today. And we're also going to pay Krobus a visit and pick up the star drop from him, so I'll have a little bit of extra money for that. And before we leave Clint, we'll give him a present, the amethyst, and then we'll head on over to Gunther at the museum. We have something to drop off to him. He does have a crystallarium for us now, so we'll go ahead and pick that up as a reward. Back at the farm, we organize our inventory and grab a bunch of items, mainly gifts for people. I do find Friday is the easiest day to give people gifts since so many people go to the saloon on Fridays. We warp to the mountains and head to the carpenter shop where we buy the Deluxe Coop, the final upgrade for the Coop. So now we have the Deluxe Barn and the Deluxe Coop in a few days. And while we're here, we'll give Maru a miner's treat, Demetrius a ice cream since we have a bunch of these items. And we'll also give Robin her lost axe, which was for that quest of hers. Linus gets a coconut, another loved gift. And while we're here, we can drop the rainbow shell off at the platform here. And we're going to go ahead and warp back to the farm, mainly so that we can cycle our kegs and furnaces, but also so that we can grab our horse to travel around the town a lot faster. And for a bit of time now, we're going to go on a gift giving spree. We'll start at Pierre's, give Pierre an egg, since his only unique loved gift is the fried calamari, so we have to just give him a light gift. We do have a summer spangle for Caroline, and we also will drop off that 25 gold to start wheat while we're here. As you can see, we completed that quest now. We can claim that 2,500 gold whenever we want, and we'll also make a trip to Evelyn and George, give them some loved gifts. Alex is a bit more difficult since he only loves the complete breakfast and salmon dinner, so we have to just give him a light gift as an egg. And before we actually give gifts around the saloon, we're going to try it for Haley, but we don't have 2 hearts with her, so we can't actually enter her room. But we can go in Sam's room, give him a cactus fruit, and I do try to give Vincent a gift here, but I forgot that I already gave him 2 gifts, and I do give Jody a gift. And now we're going to head on over to the saloon. And as you can see, on a Friday night at the saloon, it is pretty popular. We've got Abigail here, we've got Sebastian here. Sometimes Sam is here on Fridays, but I think something weird happens on a rainy day, and Sam doesn't always come to the saloon on rainy days for some reason. We did have a gift for Shane, and for Willie, and for Harvey, for Mayor Lewis. We can also fulfill Pam's quest for the pale ale while we're here. We also try to give her a gift, but we already gave her 2 gifts. Gus gets a diamond, which is a loved gift, a bit expensive. Emily gets the amethyst, and Leia gets the salad, which is a loved gift. And now that we've got that all out of the way, we can head over to the sewers for the first time, where we can meet Krobus. We have a wild horseradish for him. We'll give that to him. And while we're here, of course, we can buy another star drop, which will expand our energy, although we don't really need that energy expansion particularly since we have so many energy healing foods, and especially when we're in Skull Cavern, our health goes down so fast where we'll likely be using those items to heal our health before we ever need to use items to restore our energy. Since I have a little extra money on me that I'd like to get rid of, I will head to the saloon and buy a few salads. And now with that, we can head to Lewis's, drop off the beets, and that should be it for all of our questing and gift giving and whatnot around town. We can now come to the river here and try to catch a walleye, which can actually be caught at both the forest river and the town river, and also the mountain lake. It just has to be rainy weather and anywhere between 12 p.m. and 2 a.m. The walleye can usually only be caught in the month of fall, but can actually also be caught in the winter if you use a rain totem, since in the winter it usually just snows and does not rain naturally. We will use the walleye in the night fishing bundle in the fish tank community center bundles. You can see now we're down at the ocean. We did manage to catch an eel, and now we're also gonna go for the super cucumber, which is quite a rare fish to catch. The super cucumber can only be caught between 6 p.m. and 2 a.m. during summer and fall, and it could also be found rarely in the fishing boat at the night market. But we want to get it now, and it looks like this one is the one. The super cucumbers move around quite a bit, so they are a bit of a harder one to catch, but we've already caught a bunch of legendary fish, so we shouldn't have too much of a problem catching it. Although we unfortunately do not get the perfect catch, which would be nice to give the wizard as a gift for his birthday with the iridium quality, but we might have to just settle for the gold quality unless we can get lucky and get an iridium one. Back to the eel. The eels are caught anytime between 4 p.m. and 2 a.m., but it has to be raining and the month of spring or fall. We do need the eel for the night fishing bundle in the fish tank, and it could also be used for the fried eel recipe and the spicy eel recipe, and of course we'll have to craft both of those eventually for that perfection reward, but we won't need a lot because spicy eel, of course, we can get for very cheap by just trading rubies to the desert trader. With that, we have reached the end of this day and the end of this video. If you are looking forward to more days of fall, please consider subscribing, and as always, feel free to leave a comment about what you liked or with any suggestions or questions. I do always appreciate the comments, so I always encourage you to leave one, and thank you if you do. Regarding the upload schedule for the videos, I unfortunately may only have enough time to make one video a week for a bit of time, but shortly after the new year I should be able to get back around to making 2 videos a week, so that's just sort of a heads up there, and as always, thank you for watching, and goodbye.